All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here.
Gabe, the loser. Bro, I had to change. I'm going to change it. It's no longer Gabe, the night watchman. It's Gabe Mush, bro. I can't catch a break. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. The losing streak I'm on is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Nick, tell everybody what we're back for here today.
We are here in another winning installment for me for another edition of R3
Wickets.
And this is our very first R3 Wickets for a PSL match. This is our very first PSL match. We streamed it earlier on our channel. Thank you for joining us. If you did, if you did not, have no fear. Gabe is planning on streaming tomorrow with our man Ozjod from Cricket for Us 2.0. And I'm excited that we were able to get to a different cricket league. I'm excited that we were able to get to some Pakistan players because, as I said many times in the stream, I'm going to continue to say we are about cricket all over the world, not just in one or two or three places. And it's great to get your feet wet into different places and learn more about different players. Now, because we had gotten to international game, we knew about guys like Shaheen and Yasir Shah, which we did not see in this match. At least I didn't see him at all. But we did not know about a lot of other players. And some guys we thought we did know about, like Brathwaite. Nope, not that Brathwaite, a different Brathwaite. So we're going to jump into this. I'm going to go ahead and start off with what I didn't like, okay? What I didn't like. And it's kind of a two-part. The first part, I mentioned it earlier in the stream, I didn't like the breaks. One thing I hate about the NFL, I absolutely hate, is watching it on TV because there's so many breaks, and that's more for commercials. This wasn't for commercials, but so many breaks, so many interruptions, stoppage time. And it's my favorite sport to watch on TV. So I'm not crushing it. But there was a lot of stoppage. There was a lot of delays. And the match was very exciting. I mean, this was a high-scoring match, 171, 170. But what I didn't like was I did not like the opening approach for the batsmen for Lahore. Talking about Lahore here, the Qalandars, they had fifth-place finishes, sixth-place finishes. This is the first time they got above that first playoff match. They won that first playoff match. But it wasn't really because of their opening batsman. I'm including their captain, Akhtar. Tamim Zaman Akhtar, 6, 18, 7. Tamim had a high strike rate. He was going good, and then he got caught. I mean, he got out way too earlier than we needed him to. But my other guys, Akhtar, Zaman, they really didn't contribute too much on the batting side. As far as the bowling, there wasn't great bowling today. We got a 48, like you said in the stream. This guy was close to being hootied, Ralph. But also Visa, we'll talk about him later. He gave up 40. Now, luckily, they got some wickets. Imagine if they didn't get 9 wickets, what the score could have been. But what I didn't like was that opening partnership, those first 3 guys, it wasn't able to solidify too much. And I didn't like all the runs that were being scored. But this was a high-scoring wicket regardless. Right. Gabe, what did you dislike?
Oh, Nick, what did I not like? Oh, my gosh. You know, if you're going to lose, it's okay. Everybody loses, okay? But this is why drops are such a big deal. Gabe, calm down with I'm tired of Gabe, calm down with the drops, okay? Hafiz Ali today put up 74 runs, right, Nick? It was 74 runs. You know what he got dropped at? 48 runs, all right? Too short of 50. Once people cross that 50, it's huge. Look how close this game came down to it, and it was dropped by Ali. What did I hate? Ali's horrible drop. Now, yes, I said it was a tough catch. That don't mean you don't take it. You still got to take it. And he almost lost it. If you saw what happened, he kind of like ran under it and overran it, bro. It's so frustrating. So once again, it was in the 14th over, 13.5. So that was the fifth ball of the 14th over, and it was edged and not claimed. They say not claimed. It was dropped. Forget about not claimed. It was dropped. That was a flat out drop, okay? It was Hafiz's night. At that point, he only had actually, because he scored on that, he didn't even have 48. He ended up having, oh my gosh, 47 at that point. Do the math, people. Do the math. That is so frustrating. Now, this guy single-handedly carried you. Why is it so big? It was such a big deal? Because look at where they were at. All right? At that point, they were trailing in the run chase. Nick even said, man, all the scoring has dried up. And then the floodgates just opened after that drop. There was another edge. I can't remember when it happened, but I don't know if they were out of challenges, but it was a clear edge. Ultra Edge had it. Obviously, they didn't challenge it, but you shouldn't have to challenge something that's clear. These umpires are horrible, bro. What did I hate? Umpiring, once again, horrible. For the love of Pete, when will I catch a flawless game? When will I see some flawless umpiring? Okay, I'm just curious. Anyone ever? Gosh, they're so bad. You know what? I'm telling you right now, it is so hard. I'm so tempted to take Sophie Ecclestone off the list and put Ali on my list. You know what? Ali, you're on my list. Sophie Ecclestone, congratulations. Sophie Ecclestone, congratulations. You're off the list. You better stop obstructing players and throwing them on the ground, football player. This is cricket, a gentleman or gentlewoman's game, all right? No roughhousing, Sophie Ecclestone, but you are now off the list. You know, bro, this list is a fluid thing, okay? It's not set in stone. This isn't the 10 Commandments where it's chiseled in stone, all right, cousin? It's a fluid thing, all right? The only name that will never come off the list, Nicholas Peterson. With that being said, and all umpires. But this shows why all umpires are on my list, because they all suck. They're all horrible. And Nick, I got to say, today, Sophie Ecclestone, you're off the list. Congratulations. I will no longer besmirch your name. And Ali, I will besmirch your name. Butterfingers! Gosh. What did you like, Nick?
I loved that rant. I am sad. We were loving having the company of Ecclestone and the Sinister Six. We've already had a few get-togethers. We've had a good time. I've had him over at the house. You know, they get along with my wife really well. I mean, I'm really upset. She's a great person. And, you know, don't worry, Ecclestone. We can still be friends. Now, what did I love? He already mentioned Hafiz. This guy was a man amongst boys. And when I say that means he was top of the class for that day for the batsmen. Not only was he the anchor to get to that 47 before that drop, to help get some kind of resuscitation, but he also helped in that chase. But I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit here. Maybe to be annoying, but maybe also because I'm going to disagree with you. Because if you take out Hafiz right there, right? You had Dunk and Patel coming in next. If you take out Hafiz and you catch him, then that just means that we're closer to getting the man Visa coming in there. This man was a monster. This guy, 16 runs, 7 balls, game-winning, walk-off, back-to-back sixes, back-to-back. Ow, my back hurts carrying this team right now. So you take out Hafiz, and that sucks. 27 runs. We're definitely going to accept every single one of those. But Visa with that stroke, bring him in. I mean, this guy was absolutely amazing. I absolutely love what he did with the bat, especially since bowling-wise, he got some wickets, but I think they were both catches. He gave us some serious runs. But what I absolutely loved, how can you not love this kid, Shaheen Afridi? This guy is absolutely amazing on the bowling side. 19 runs. He's like, nope, you're not getting 20 off me. An economy rate under 5, 2 wickets. This guy, he was able to get out, I believe in the first over, Golden Duck, Hater Ali. Goodbye, a different Ali that you can hate. And who's the other guy? I can't even see it right here. I can't even see it. But Bold, Brathwaite. Caught and bowled. Not caught and bowled him, but caught by someone else. This guy was absolutely fantastic. And for this team, Lahore, to be that team, to not be able to get the monkey off your bat. It's only been a few seasons, I get that, but not to be the class of the league at all. You're in a playoff match. You're against a team that I'm pretty sure they've won a championship. They've been there. They've done that. And you beat them in this eliminator match where if you lose, you're going home. You beat this in the eliminator match. You're going on to the semis. You win that match, you're in the finals, bub. I mean, that is just fantastic. But Hafiz was absolutely amazing. He was a long time. And for me, he creeped up to that 50. I'm like, holy cow, this guy's got a 50. Like, he was just in there staying pat when the wickets were flying like crazy. Absolutely love that. Gabe, was there anything on this day that you lost to me again? Anything that you liked?
So before I get on, and I agree with you, Mohamed Hafiz was a man amongst boys out there. He was really, really good. But if you go back to ESPN Crick Info, right, and you go to that inning, I guess it's the commentator, Ahan, says, quote, Every time I see Rahat Ali drop a catch, my mind goes back to that 2015 match. I don't even know what happened in 2015, but it means Rahat Ali, you're known for drops, okay? Catch the ball. Catch the ball. My gosh. All right. What did I like? And there was a lot of things I like. 170. What do we hear? Oh, the PSL has really good bowling. The first game was what, 141 all out or something like that. You're not gonna 170. That's a respectable score. You should win when you put up 170, guys. You should win. All right. That's why drops are so important. But let's not look at Malik, who had 39 on 24. Ooh. All right, yep. 39 on 24. I'll go ahead and take that. We have Vilogene, is it? Vilogen, the South African, 37 on 16, 231 strike rate. I'm sorry, isn't he a bowler? You got pumped by a bowler. Two.
He was rocking it too.
He got lucky. He almost got on the Hootie list. Two runs away from the Hootie, but he stayed right under it. 48. And Brathwaite, although he didn't play or didn't bat well, 124 strike rate or 125 strike rate, I should say, 10 for 8. He bowled well, and again, they did enough to win. That's why this is so frustrating. Okay, Rahat Ali, 4 overs, 24 runs, 1 wicket. All right, Mahmoud got lit up, but he got 3 wickets, 4 for 41. But I'll trade that for 3 wickets, all right? But it was those extra runs, and the extra ones happened. Why? Because of the drop catch and because of the missed call by the umpires. But with that being said, man, it is what it is. I like their performance. I like the fact that we got to learn about other players we haven't seen. Okay, I'm a huge West Indies fan or whatever. I kept confusing him with Craig Brathwaite, right? This was Carlos Brathwaite. So, there's so many players we have yet to learn from, Nick, and that's why we try to explore every different type of cricket. Somebody say, hey, South Africa's going to have a tour. Are you guys going to watch? Absolutely, we're going to try to watch South Africa. We're going to try to watch all these other places. So we're super excited about it. Nick, what did you learn?
I learned a few things. And first of all, I mean this when I say it. I learned I've got to stop saying it's over. Okay, I've got to stop saying it. It's like, honestly, it's a bad habit I have in all sports because I've endured so many years that the cricket, I just don't understand what's going on. England, IPL, PSL. There was an aberration with the CPL, but that was what it was. I got to stop saying it because I honestly thought this. When was it? Like the 6th over?
They lost 3 wickets in the power play. They lost like 3 wickets in the power play. I think it was something crazy.
Yeah, the 3rd wicket. Yeah, it was not looking good whatsoever. And I had thought, okay, 3 of your first 4 guys, they've got to be your 3 best guys, I would think, or some of your best hitters. That's why they're so early in the lineup. But luckily, they're pretty deep. This team's pretty deep. I will say, other team as well. You're talking about Villain, right? This guy was like, what, 7 or 8 or 9? And he went off for what he went off. I mean, both squads were pretty deep batsman-wise. So I'm never going to say that again. I'm going to try not to. And if I do, it's going to be very tongue-in-cheek. But what I learned about the PSL is that cricket translates in many different languages, many different countries, many different venues and areas. It's enjoyable nonetheless. If I didn't enjoy this match, I would straight out say, like I said with CPL, and I got crushed for it, being honest, that I didn't think it was the best cricket that we've seen. This was enjoyable cricket. It's only been 1 match, obviously, but there's been a long layoff from the regular season to the playoffs because of COVID, and maybe it was the best thing that ever happened to Lahore because they came in here, they won themselves a playoff game. I learned that, yes, the pace is different. You have only 1 strategic timeout and not 2. It's 3 minutes, not 2.5 minutes. They have only 3 overseas players as opposed to 4 in the IPL. There's some differences, but this is enjoyable cricket. This is a whole lot of fun, enjoyable cricket. Wish to have all of you guys in the stream with us, but maybe next time. But I learned that it's never over until it's over. I seriously thought it was over, and then by the time they chased the death, it was like they chased the 19th. And I will say I did predict that to the ball earlier in the match. So I'm going to hold on to that prediction and not the later prediction. But I learned that I really love PSL. I enjoy it a whole lot. First experience always feels good when you get a chase from a 171. We were calling for that super over. It did not happen, but I really enjoyed myself. I love seeing Gabe suffer, but I love seeing a team who has not won a playoff game, not even been to the playoffs, and been able to get that and grab hold of that win. Now, as I say this, watch it. They're going to say, no, Nick, you're wrong. They've been in the playoffs. From what I saw, they have not. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch because the hardest thing to do in sports is get that monkey off your back. Gabe, what'd you learn?
First and foremost, I learned that, cricket is cricket, man. No matter, it's a universal language. You know how they say math's a universal language? Cricket's a universal language, man. We got gamers in every nation, great cricket being played. I know the CPL wasn't the best for you. And again, we saw that the first few matches were really good and competitive. And then after the got worn, the product did dwindle. But again, it's a difference between being able to play on 3 different venues and matches to 2. You know what I mean? And like we mentioned, most of those pitches were used every single day because there were 2 games a day. But with that being said, what I learned is that just like cricket's universal and applies, the same thing applies as far as bad umpiring. It's everywhere. Okay, it's absolutely everywhere. My gosh, you know what? And somebody said this the other day. If the goal is for instant replay, and you guys tell me how you feel about this, okay? This was in American sport, by the way. It was a call that was not challenged, that should have been challenged. I want to say it was an NFL. And if we got the technology to get it right, why do we have to put it on the coaches to, you know what I'm saying, to then get it right? If you know the call is wrong, and the technology is showing you the call is wrong, why not just do it, get it right? Does that make any sense whatsoever, Nick? Let us know in the chat how you feel about that. Because, okay, what good does it do me now as a head coach to say, oh, the umpire blew that, and I wish I had the challenge? I don't know if at the time, Molly, is it Zalmi, excuse me, if Zalmi was out of challenges, or if they just chose not to challenge it because they didn't know. But if you got the technology and the third umpire knows that it was a wicket, right? They know it was an edge. Then why not call it there? I don't understand. And I'm not just beating up cricket. It's the same thing in the NFL. If you know it wasn't pass interference, or it was pass interference, or if you know it was not a fumble, then why force the other team to use that challenge? Why not just get it right? Why not just get it right? There's so much writing on these games. Now, guys, I'd be lying if I told you that my passion as far as like being angry is because I'm a huge PSL fan. This is my first PSL. I'm a huge cricket fan, but I'm not a huge PSL fan. I'm not a huge Peshawar fan. That's why wasn't why I was mad. I was mad because you see it all the time, and people keep making excuses for umpires. Why? I don't get it. Let's just get it right. Is it so bad to ask to get it right? Is it that bad? Let's just get it. We got the technology. Let's get it right. That's all I'm saying. Am I wrong?
There's nothing, a little bit, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with saying get it right, but you expect perfection. You really do. You expect perfection. Let's be honest. You expect perfection, right? It's what's in the rules of the game. In the NFL, you talk about the NFL, they have the rules in the game that in the last 2 minutes of each half, the booth, the umpires, the people that are watching from above and all that, they can choose to review any play they want. They have decided years ago to review every turnover and every scoring play to make sure they get that right, to confirm that. That is a good thing. Cricket, I don't think they have that. If you don't have it in the rules, you don't have it in the rules. If an umpire decides, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, and I know they can review it, right? But we see those reviews on the runouts and other things. We have seen every once in a while where they can review it, so maybe it is in the rules. I don't know. But I can see why an umpire wouldn't want to review every decision that's close because, whether it's ego, whether it's just the way things have been done, whether whatever, I don't know. If it's in the rules and they didn't review it, then that's where you have a problem, because why not if it was that close?
That was the game I was watching, Nick, and I don't know if you remember, it was a fumble, but it happened outside of that 2 minutes. And that was the argument that the commentators had. Why would we review something in 2 minutes, but not if it's before the 2 minutes automatically? All turnovers happens, yep. Because you're affecting the game either way. What's the 2 minute? After 2 minutes, it's a magical thing. Okay, you could lose the game in the 10th minute of the game.
But with that argument, the coaches in the NFL, they have challenges. So if they used up all their challenges at that point, and that's when it happened to happen, that's just unfortunate, right? That's unfortunate. It's in the rules of the game. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but I still hold true that the fact that they did chase him just barely the last ball of the 19th over, I do hold true that we can't definitely say that wicket, or definitely say that drop catch was the reason they lost. It definitely doesn't look good. You make a good argument, But the point is, you were rooting against me. You should know better than that. You should know better than that.
I'm on the only losing streak, people. You have no idea. This is go back in the streams. I'm on the losing streak of all losing streaks. My wife was like, babe, you need to light some candles or whatever and burn some incense. Something is going on. It's bad, people. I'm on the only losing streak. Oh my gosh, the only losing streak. Oh.
Don't worry, it'll continue. Big Bash, here we come. International cricket, here we come. There'll be plenty more opportunities for you.
I can see like the Melbourne Stars or the Scorchers, like, please don't root for us. Please don't root for us. I'm gonna get my inbox is gonna get flooded. Like, listen, we will pay you not to root for us. Or the opposing team will be like, hey, why don't you go ahead and take the Scorchers? We'll shoot you a little something.
You're awesome, man. You're awesome.
You can't make it up, man.
Guys, we hope you enjoy our conversation here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to, let us know what you need. If you need anything as far as reactions and conversations go, we do have some requests in the pipeline. We appreciate that. But with all that being said, until next time.
That's another wicket.